What's up, little M's beauty babes? So right now I'm going to be doing a video for you guys. It's gonna be a little different, but I feel like this is a really good about me video. So what it's gonna be is 21 things I've learned in 21 years. So I thought this would be a really cool idea. I seen another YouTuber do it. I don't know her YouTube name exactly, but I seen her do it and I was like, I got inspired to do it, and I thought it would be a really fun idea to do. So pretty much what it is giving advice to you guys of things I've learned in the last 21 years that I've been on the earth. Obviously I have still more to learn, but pretty much what I've learned throughout my childhood, throughout my teenage years, and currently. So yeah, I'm gonna give you guys probably story times during it, not like big story times, but I'm gonna really like thoroughly explain certain things of what I listed on my phone. I feel like these really encountered towards me. So before I get started, give this video a fat thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to always be notified with my videos, and comment down below what you guys think of the 21 things that I'm about to list to you guys and explain to you guys. But I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get this started. Okay guys, so I'm super excited to do this. I actually put lip gloss on because my lips were looking dry. And yeah, so I'm gonna pretty much go one by one. This might be a little long, but oh well. So the first thing I put was learn to love yourself. Now, why I put this first is because I feel like me as a teen, me as a child, I never, ever, ever loved myself enough. And I feel like right now, like where I'm at, like in this point of my life, I've learned to love myself. I've learned to build my confidence in my own way. Obviously, like I say in my previous videos, I always keep it 100 with you guys. You're never going to be 100% happy with yourself. But I learned to love myself and wear what I want. I learned to have the attitude I want, the things I look at differently in life. You know, I learned to love myself and who I am, and accept me for me, and get to where I want to be to pretty much love myself the way I feel most comfortable with loving myself, if that makes sense. So I put that number one because I feel like it's super important thing to learn about yourself is learning to love yourself. So that was number one that I put, and I had to put that as number one because why not? Alright, number two I put make sure to say I love you to loved ones. And I put this as number two is because when I was younger, like, I was never like a really affectionate person. I still feel like I have a hard time being affectionate to my family, and it's nothing like on a personal level. It's just I've always been a closed-in person since young, and I feel like now, like me as a adult and me as a woman, I look at life differently, and I appreciate like the family I have, and you know, my sisters and brother and my parents. Like, I always make sure to text my mom, I love you. You know, it doesn't have to be an everyday single thing, but I learned to, you know, show my love more because, you know what, at the end of the day, we don't live on this earth forever, and that's how I look at life now, is we all are gonna go one day. And, you know, not saying I love you enough to family, friends, you're gonna regret it in the future. And spending that time with family members even, you know, I try to spend as much time with my parents as possible. You know, they both work a lot, so when I get the time to spend time with them, I do. And I feel like growing up, I didn't get that time with them because they work so much. So, plus I was going to school and stuff, so it was like, and I didn't acknowledge that. Like, you know, I see people lose their parents every day, their siblings, their friends. I see this around me every single day on the news, you know, and just saying that one word, I love you, or just saying thank you for being in my life, it's just, I feel like I've learned to do that for myself because I know my parents are not going to be here forever. My siblings are not going to be here forever. So I try to make an effort to make sure I show the love that I need to, because if you don't, then like I said, you're going to regret it. And, you know, when you're young, you don't really acknowledge it because you're just trying to have fun and, you know, be a teenager or be a child or whatever the case is. But if you guys are watching this, make sure to let your mom, your dad, your siblings know that you love them. You know, even if you're at like in a bad point with your family, like your siblings or your parents, just make sure to send them a text to let them know that you love them. Because, you know, even though if you guys are fighting right now, you know, family is forever. So just make sure that you acknowledge them and love them and be thankful for them. Because there's some people in this world that don't even have their mother or their father or their siblings around anymore. So another thing I learned this year, through the years, was you're not going to be where you want to be in life. Now, why I put this as number 3 is because I feel like this is super, super important. Growing up, I always thought that I was going to move out when I was 18 and I was going to go to a dorm and I was going to be the stuff that I seen on TV. Guys, that is unrealistic, and honestly, that's how I thought when I was younger, that I was going to be that type of teen where I was going to go to college, go to a dorm, stuff like that, and, you know, have my own apartment, have my life together, have a job, have my car, blah, 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 blah. You're not going to have your life together, whether, you know, you want it, you want your life together, but you're not going to fully have your life together at that potential moment that you plan to have your life together. Like, I picked an unrealistic age to have my life together. You know, 18, I thought I was going to be moved out of my parents' house, and look, I'm 21 now and I'm still living with my parents. So you're not going to be where you want to be in life, and that's perfectly okay. Everybody has a different pace of things. Everybody has a different story. Everybody has different obstacles that come in their life. And that's what I didn't realize, is I was going to hit obstacles growing up, obviously. And I've hit many, many, many obstacles. So I never realized that the obstacles that I was going to hit could affect me in my future, could affect me now, currently. So don't ever think that you're going to be where you want to be in life, because at the end of the day, it's unrealistic if you guys are thinking that, you know, if you're going to move out when you're 16 or whatever the case is. And some people do it. I give props to the people that do it, but it's very unrealistic. 4, stop having such a big heart. Now, I put this as number 4 is because I am a person that has one of the biggest hearts in the universe. I have let people in my life, friends, family, you know, I've freaking done so much for people, and I've always had a big heart, but I've learned to not always have a big heart, because at the end of the day, sometimes having a big heart is bad because people think they could manipulate you, use you, say what they want about you, you know. And having a big heart, people know that, you know, they'll feed into, like, oh, can you do this for me? Oh, can you do that for me? Oh, you could do this for me. And then they start getting used to you helping them out. And then when you ask them for help, it's like you owe them something type of thing, you know. So don't always have a big heart. I'm not saying to not have a heart at all, because that's like the worst thing to do, but just don't always have a big heart, because people will manipulate you, use you, you know, just for their benefit. And having a big heart can sometimes be a dangerous little game, because even with friendships, like friendships, family members, it has a bad tendency of getting in the way of people, you know, ruining friendships and like stuff like that, because people don't like the way, like, if you make a certain choice because you have a good heart, you know, they don't like that decision you're making because you said no. You know what I mean? So don't always have a big heart, because at the end of the day, you know, people are gonna walk all over you. So there's that. I'm not trying to make this video too long, so I'm trying to go as quick as possible, but I definitely want to explain to you guys. 5, don't trust everyone easily. Now, let me tell you guys, when I was younger, I was manipulated a lot, through my friendships, through family members, and I trusted certain people in my life that are no longer in my life very easily. Even strangers I trusted easily, and trusting people easily can really mess up your mind for you in the future. And when I was younger, I feel like I was very vulnerable. I was very, like, I trusted everybody because I was, like, manipulated, and, you know, I trusted people with my life and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, they're gonna talk smack about you behind your back, regardless if you feel like they're not gonna talk smack about you. They're gonna talk smack about you, because there was things that I went through that I found out, and it was a big eye-opener. Like, people that I was friends with for 10 plus years, 7 plus years, even 3 years, family members, your own blood, you know, it's like, you can't trust everybody easily, you know, because you know, it's just hard to trust people easily. Like, it's very hard for me now, because like, when you trust people easily, it's gonna really mess up you in the future to trust any relationship you be in, any new friendships that come in your way. You know, you can't get rid of family, so it's like, you just gotta be cautious of what you say to certain people. And even to complete strangers, don't trust strangers completely, because you don't know what people's intentions are. So there's that. I've learned that big time, like, trusting people easily. That was like the biggest thing I've ever learned. And if you guys hear a train, my window is open. I have a train by me, and it's super freaking loud, so just ignore that. 6, karma is real. And why I put this in my list, because karma has been my best friend. Karma has been good to me. Karma has been good to me from all the shit that I went through, from bullying to bad friendships to bad family members. Karma has been real good to me. And I hate to say that, like, but, you know, karma has came to me also sometimes. I just don't know if it's considered karma in a way, because I've always tried to look at things differently. I'm a very logical person, and I try to give people chances, and, you know, sometimes I have to make drastic decisions to make a better, just, you know, something better for myself. But I swear, karma is real, guys. If you guys do not believe in karma, karma is freaking real. Because I've seen people go through, like, destroyed my life, and now, you know, karma bit them right in the ass. And it's not going to bite them overnight. It's not going to bite them in a month. It's not going to bite them in a few years. It's going to come when it needs to. So karma is real, and that's all I got to say about that. Period. Okay. Sorry, guys. My phone keeps locking, and it's annoying. 7, being a good person doesn't mean the world is going to treat you better. And why I put this is because I genuinely feel like I am a good person. I am not a bad person. I have my faults, yes, but I consider myself a really good person. I try my best to be a good person, but I learned that the world is not going to treat you better even when you're a good person. There are people that are going to walk all over you. There are people that are going to manipulate you. There are people that are... This world is a cruel place. Let's just put it that way. The world is not going to treat you better because you're a good person. You could be a good person. You could do, like, the most helpfulest things for this world. You could freaking donate thousands and thousands of dollars. People don't care. They won't treat you better because of doing that one donation or doing that one thing for them, because at the end of the day, there are people in this world that hate you or are jealous of you or judge you behind your back. And like I said, the world is not going to treat you better because you are a good person. And you know, sometimes being a good person sucks, and having a big heart, like I said, sucks, because the good people always get treated the worst. And I really have learned that as I'm growing up, and I'm still learning that. You know, sometimes I feel like I make certain mistakes with people because I trust easily with certain people. So that's my fault. You know, I'm a good person, so I try to look at people in a good way. But obviously not everybody in this world is good as, you know, how I view myself. There are people that will hurt you. There are people that will manipulate you. There are people that will stab you in the back. And then there are some people that just are real, and they would treat you like they will keep 100 with you. You know, it's just the type of people you meet and surround yourself with. So I wanted to put that in there because this world is cruel. So there's that. Number 8, don't let people try to speak for you when you know your truth. And I put this in because I have been in situations where people have tried to tell me how my decisions or things that are going in my life, or make up lies about my life when I know my truth. You know, there's certain things obviously I won't remember from my childhood, and people will tell me like, oh, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 that you are a bad kid. Or some people will tell me I was a good kid. Some people will tell me that I was a cranky kid. You know, don't let people tell you. Just go straight to the people that you genuinely know that will keep 100 with you. You know what I mean? Like, people that just want to try to speak the truth for you are the people that you got to watch out for. Honestly, like, nobody knows anybody's truth until you walk in that person's shoes. Nobody knows what people go through on an everyday basis. So I don't want people to sit here and say, oh, I know your truth. I know this about you. Because people don't know you, like, on 100%. Like, the only person that knows you is you. So don't ever let people tell you your truth. Alright. Number 9. Don't cross the ocean for people who wouldn't cross a puddle for you. I put this in here because I feel like I've been through this situation where I've crossed the ocean for people that wouldn't even cross a puddle for me. Like, I've had so many friendships, so many family members that I've crossed the ocean for, man. Crossed the motherfucking ocean. And they wouldn't even go over the puddle for me. A freaking puddle. And it was one of the hardest things I had to learn, because it was like, falls back into being a good person. You know, if a person doesn't want to make an effort to, like, help you or be there for you emotionally, mentally, physically, cut them off. Because, you know, like I said, if they don't want to cross for you the way you cross for them, it's a two-way thing, guys. If people just do it one way, that's not a real friend. And that's that. That is that. Alright. Number 10. Don't be so hard on yourself at a young age. Why I felt like this was important, because I feel like I was really hard on myself, especially when I was like between the ages of 10 and 13 and up. No, 10 and like 14. Those were like, I was so hard on myself when I was between those ages, because I've always, like, I got bullied. Obviously, you guys know this. I talk about this all the time on my channel. And I was always hard on myself because I've always tried to put myself out there to show that I am a good person. But people, you know, didn't like me for no reason. You know, people didn't want to be my friend for no reason, and I tried to push people to be my friend, and like, and there was certain people that came across my life that genuinely wanted to be my friend. And you know, it's like, it's hard because when you're young, you're vulnerable. You don't understand, when an adult or like a grown-up tells you advice, you don't listen to them because you think you're right. And I used to do this to my sister Jackie. Jackie, if you're watching this, I'm pretty sure you're watching this. I used to think I was right about everything. Like, I thought I had my life together. I thought I was like right about everything with school. I thought I had all these plans for myself. Like, I thought life was easy. Because when you're a kid, life is easy because you don't have that many responsibilities. But like, when you're hard on yourself as a kid, like, it's tough because it's like, in our society, we get put physically in school where we have to build ourselves to make friendships, to learn, to build our future. And it's like, don't be hard on yourself, especially like with school. Like, make sure you grind and make sure you're getting your grades up, but don't be too hard on yourself where you're stressing yourself out. At a young age, stressing yourself out is not good. Like, just be a kid. Don't feel like you have to worry about relationships. Don't worry about like unnecessary things that don't need to be necessary as being a young kid. Being a teenager, being young, just be a teenager, do teenage things. Like, I feel like this generation specifically is growing up way too fast. Like, they're trying to be more adults than children. And I tell all my little cousins that are like in the teenage years that don't push yourself to be an adult. Don't do adult things because it's going to be hard for you in the future to get out of those habits. So I felt like that was really important to me because I feel like I was always hard on myself of like friendships, like anything. I was always hard on myself. Like, I always trying to push more than what I was potential to do, if that makes sense. So yeah. Another thing, okay. 11. Let go of the past, but keep the lessons it taught you. It was really hard for me to let go of a lot of stuff that has happened in the past for me, but I feel like it made me who I am now. And I definitely used those lessons and helped myself look at life in a different way, build myself to be stronger. So if you guys don't let go of like the past, like past relationships, past like trauma, past friendships, past like family drama, I guess we could say. If you don't let go of that, it's definitely gonna bite you in the ass in the future. It's definitely like hard to let go. Like, it's hard to move on. It's hard to let go of a lot of things. But make sure you take those lessons into initiative because they're definitely going to be a big factor for your future and who you are and why you went through those things. And you're going to be like, damn. And you're going to look at life differently and be like, I went through that. I did that. I went past that. I moved on from that. I got through those rough times. And that's how I look at life now. I went through so much like in school and like friendships. It's like crazy to me, and I still question it. Like, I always talk to my friends and I'm like, how the hell did I get through what I did? Like, people don't understand like how bad bullying could build up into a person. How did I let go of so many friendships that were so negative to me? Like, I went through those things and I'm so happy that I let go of them and put them in my past because it made me who I am today. So that's one thing I definitely learned about myself, and I'm so happy of who I am because I'm one of the strongest people that I consider. I consider myself one of the strongest people. Like, other people have their stories. You can't compare yourself to others. So I went through what I went through, and I consider myself one of the strongest people, and I'm so proud of myself letting go and going through those times alone. You know, I didn't have anybody by my side. I chose that, you know, and I'm glad that I chose that because, like I said, it made me stronger. So that was a big thing that I learned about myself. 12. Learn who your real friends are. I should have put this in the beginning, but this is some tea. I had to take a water sip because my throat is dry. So much talking. Okay, learn who your real friends are. I put this because it was a big thing that I learned, like I said, in every freaking time. I think I've repeated this so many times. All of this is all of the things on my list is big things that I've learned. Learn who your real friends are. For real. Like, you're obviously not going to know who your real friends are at 13 because, you know, me and my friend, we talk about how we get put in school and we get put with like a couple thousand kids in a school, maybe less, but we get put in a school to make friends, and obviously you have to see these people every day. You got to talk to them, and these people you consider your friends because you see them every day, you talk to them, and some of these people, you know, these friends could be lifelong friends, but at the end of the day, after high school, after junior high school, each and every one of these people are going to forget about you. And all they're going to be is a social media friend. And they're just going to be on your social media for no reason. And one thing I did is I deleted all those people because those people are irrelevant. I kept the ones that I talked to. I kept the ones that, you know, didn't know me, but now talks to me and, like, gets to know me. So it's like, learn who your real friends are because after high school, after junior high school, they're going to forget about you. And make sure to not feel like you have to have a big friendship group, you know, because it's honestly unnecessary. You're going to either walk out with 2 to 3 friends or maybe top 5 friends when you get out of high school. And I'm letting you know that now because that was a big lesson I learned. I moved and everybody forgot about me. I went to a new school, everybody forgot about me. And I'm happy because I learned, you know, people come and go, which I was okay with. I'm pretty good at letting people go. And I learned who my real friends were. And I've let go of a lot of people that I thought were like genuine friends to me, that were like friends with me for like over 5-10 years. And those I found their true colors. You sometimes have to find people's true colors to know who your real friends are. And you got to question, like, are these people really my friends, or they're just here to for their entertainment? You know what I mean? Alright, 13. Never lose yourself in a relationship. So I put this in because I feel like it genuinely, like, I feel like I lost myself, like, not in like a relationship with like a, you know, me and a guy. I feel like I lost myself in like relationships with friendships. I was like, I lost myself with like trying to not be myself. I was trying to, like, in a way, like, I couldn't be real around them and be honest with them and tell them like what was really going on in my life. And it's like, it was hard for me because it was like it was hard for me to even trust anybody. And I feel like if you lose yourself in that friendship relationship, you know, it will be hard for you to figure out who you are in the future. And I'm glad that I had people to help me figure out my true self, figure out like what I genuinely want in life and stuff like that. And even in relationships, like, I never had like anything, like, I've only had 3 relationships in my life. And the 2 before my boyfriend now, Matt, was puppy love. So I didn't really lose myself because I was 13. Who the hell cares, you know? So I didn't really care about that, but you know, I feel like I'm more myself now because I have people that helped me, you know, realize who I truly am. And I helped myself realize who I truly am and what I want to do in life and stuff like that. Like sometimes you need people to push you a little to find who you really are and just talk about it out loud. Like they can't tell you like who you are, like genuinely. Only the person that knows you is you. So if you talk about like your passions and like what you want to do in life and like your true friendships and stuff like that, then you'll definitely not lose yourself in a relationship, friendship, whatever. 14. Never explain yourself to anyone. If you feel like you have to explain yourself to justify your life, to justify your relationship with somebody, to justify social media, you know, I feel like having to explain yourself on, I feel like a lot of people, like I've noticed on my Facebook, there's certain people that post stuff on social media and then regret it later because it's like, they look like you know, they look dumb in a way because it's like they're explaining themselves and then they go back to a certain person like in a relationship that they were with, or they explain themselves to like justify certain things that people like question. Like don't ever have to explain yourself. If people are questioning you, don't explain yourself. Whatever decision you make in life, that's your choice. Don't ever let anybody make you explain your choices. I hate that. I hate that. Next. Okay. 15. Never let anyone make you feel guilty. I put this because I, like I said, was a very vulnerable teenager where I let people make me feel guilty and like bribe me where if I didn't help them, like they would like not talk to me in a way. Like I feel like that is so wrong to do to somebody, because it's like, why would you let somebody make you feel guilty for not helping them that one time? You know what I mean? It's just, this is like a touchy topic to talk about because it's like, it's hard because it's like, if you like have to explain yourself and like stuff like that and they make you feel guilty of making that choice of like, let's just say if they asked you to babysit somebody, like one of their kids or whatever, and you had plans and they wanted you to cancel them because of this, that, and the third, and you feel guilty about not canceling those plans, you know, people shouldn't do that. Like, it's really messed up to do to somebody. Like, you know, you should have asked that person in advance, or if it was something that came up, don't make people feel guilty for something that they didn't expect something to happen, you know? Life freaking throws rocks at you, man. That was a little hard to explain. But next. 16. If you feel stuck in life, be patient. I feel like that's me currently, so that's why I threw this in here. So I feel like I am in a point in my life where I feel stuck. I feel stuck where decisions, like for my career, things that I want to change, things that, like big decisions I just have to make. And I feel like I'm in a point in my life where I feel stuck. And I feel like that where I'm at in life is perfectly fine to feel stuck, because I know there's certain people that go through certain things like this where they feel stuck where they can't get themselves out of. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I've been stuck for a good minute. Like it's been really hard for me to make certain drastic decisions and like stuff like that, and I feel like my biggest focus on right now is my health. And you know, getting things I need to get done. It's just like things getting pushed back in a way because life keeps throwing these freaking obstacles at me. You know what I mean? So I feel like I'm in a place in my life where I'm stuck, and I definitely need to be patient about it, because if you're not patient and you're in a point in your life where you do feel stuck, just try to be patient, because you know, everybody has a different pace in their story. You know, some people have faster paces in their chapters, and some people have a little stones in their paces where it kind of trips them along the way. So definitely be patient if you feel stuck right now in life, because I feel like I'm having a 21-year-old crisis. Just joking. I'm not having a crisis, but you know what I mean. Okay. Next. 17. You can't please everyone. And pretty much what I gotta say about that is pretty much that. You can't please everyone. If people are not satisfied with decisions you make, like, I feel like certain decisions I'm making, people around me are disappointed, or like they want me to do better for myself, but there's more important things that I have to worry about right now. And obviously I can't please everyone that, you know, wants me to be at my certain potential. I can only bring myself to where I want to be. So you can't please literally everyone. You know, like, if you please everyone and don't please yourself, you're definitely going to be freaking miserable. Point blank. That's that. Next. Okay. 18. Make sure you always smile. That wasn't even a smile. That was a kissy face. Let me give you guys my smile. Okay. Make sure you guys always smile. And I feel like this is important because I've used to catch myself not smiling when I was a kid. Like, it was hard for me because I was going through so much, but I always tried to put a smile on my face even when I knew it was a fake smile, because that's just what you kind of have to do. Sometimes you gotta put on a fake smile to let people know that you're okay. But at that time, I wasn't okay. But, you know, if you have to put on a fake smile, don't do that, because it's not healthy. Just always try to put yourself in a better mood and try to, you know, have good people around you to make you genuinely smile, not have a fake smile. There's that. Alright. 19. Live life to the fullest. And I feel like this is a really good one from, you know, because I'm 21 right now and I'm trying to live life to the fullest, but obviously right now I feel stuck because certain things I can't do because of just, I feel stuck. So I'm trying to live life to the fullest. It's just hard because, like I said, when I hate feeling stuck. That's one thing. I feel like I have to get shit in motion and stuff like that. But I'm definitely trying to live everyday life to the fullest because, you know, life is short. And if you don't live life to the fullest, you know, you never know. If you don't make that one risk, you never know, like, how happy that thing can make you. Or, like, going to the beach one day, how happy it can make you, how much it could change your mood. So try to live life to the fullest. If you want to go on a trip, go freaking take a trip. If you want to go to the club, go to the club. If you just want to stay home and watch Netflix, do that. If that makes you feel like living life to the fullest, freaking do it. Because this is just life, you know? Just live life, man. Alright, I feel like this is forever, but 20. Stay away from negative people. I wanted to put this last. I have one more, guys, so bear with me. And if you guys are still watching this video, you're the real MVPs, guys. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for watching my videos, because I love y'all. But stay away from negative people, guys. Like, the worst type of people, the toxic people, the people that will manipulate you, freaking talk shit about you behind your back, take those people out of your life, because those people are not your true friends, not your true family, not your true anything. Like, if your own, even if your partner is negative, take that nigga out of your life. Take that girl out of your life, whatever the case is, take that person out of your life that's negative, because at the end of the day, it's not gonna be a good situation. And that's that. If you guys keep negative people in your life is gonna feel like a merry-go-round in a way. It's definitely gonna feel like a merry-go-round that's not stopping. And these people are gonna talk bad about others with you and just add a lot of negative energy on you. It's just like, stay away from those people. Like, certain people you obviously can't take out of your life. Like, if you have a negative, toxic, you know, family member and you can't obviously take them out of your life, try to stay away from them less, because they're not good for you, honey. They're not good for you. So there's that. Alright, 21. I wanted to put this because I just felt like it was something that was necessary. Never lose your inner child. And I feel like I've learned this because, you know, people sometimes call me childish. Sometimes people say I'm immature. But, like, if you don't have, like, your inner child somewhere in your little body, you know, the child is always going to be inside you somehow, some way. You know, there's times where you're going to act like a little childish, and that's okay. Like, that's where I mean, like, living life to the fullest. Because if you don't live life to the fullest, like, you know, if you don't go on that roller coaster, or if you don't go, like, on that trip, like, the wild child side out of you is not going to come out. And I feel like having the inner child in you is, like, perfectly okay. Doesn't make you immature. If anything, it makes you unique. You know, like, I feel like I still have my childish ways where I want to go on roller coasters, and I want to do this, and I want to do that, and I want to do stupid things that children do. But there's nothing wrong with that. It's just being you, you know? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know if this video is super long, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this whole video, and I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.